And I'm thinking like, wait, maybe somebody came out here. You know how the little gangster lean, they probably done poured some liquor or something. Because I could see the brown stains on his headstone.
Yeah.
But I sit down. I always sit down. And I sat in the pee. It was all over my hands.
Wow.
It was so strong. It was so stank.
Been through it all, but we up. We done been through it all, but we here, man.
So, definitely before we get out of here, you showed me something. What happened? Because we communicate. Because when like I said, we've been. You was like, Reggie, I'm ready to sit down and talk about this. And I'm like, sure, because
but this is before this.
That's what I'm
incident
saying.
that just happened.
Yeah.
This was a few weeks ago, and now this week has been hell for me.
I get a text message from T.O. I click on it. Oh my! So I was like, I was gonna text you the next day. Well, Quita, I know you're going through it. Let's not even do this right now. And you was like, nah, Reggie, we need to go ahead and really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of that, you know what I mean? Something happened. What happened?
Okay, so that's why I say this is for me. It's for me because I've been running for maybe about 2 years, right? 2 or 3 years, right?
Yeah.
I have somebody who has been on me. She's been wanting me to. So she inspired me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been taking a course where I can become a licensed life insurance agent because I just felt that I can relate. I have a unique story that I need to get out there and educate, other families so that they won't have to endure, something like that. It happens and things, but I have a lot more other goals, along with the life insurance. So I was pushing myself. My goal was to have my course completed by Carney's birthday, September 3rd, last Sunday, right?
Okay.
So Saturday, September 2nd, I was trying to take my final exam. Yeah. The whole week was so weird to me. The whole week. Let me tell you, the whole week, I don't know what, the whole week was so weird. So this day, I'm at the computer taking my final exam, and it kicked me out. So I thought, because I thought it was going to let me resume and let me start back off where I left at. Get back in, and I was like 75% completed with my final.
Okay.
Kick me out. Now, I'm feeling frustrated because my phone keep ringing. My mama, my niece, they keep calling me, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. Eventually, I go ahead and I talk to them, but I'm really just already a little just upset because the system started me over.
Yeah.
All the way over. And my goal was to have it completed.
Yeah. And
it has a timer on it. So I was almost finished. But anyways, I get the phone call. They at the graveyard. Because my niece was home visiting from New York, and she wanted to see her brother. My brother, which is her dad.
Mm-hmm.
So they at the cemetery, and I started getting the phone calls and pictures and videos. My son headstone is shot up, or the whole grave was shot up from the top to the bottom.
Dang.
That was devastating. But let me tell you something. This has been going on. Something had been already going on at that graveyard way prior months ago.
Yeah.
Because there have been times that I went there, like a week before Saturday, which was the 27th of August, I was there. Or the 24th, it was that Sunday before his birthday. I was there. I don't know. I was so emotional. And I went on to the graveyard. It's about 12:30, 1 o'clock. It wasn't raining and then I'm looking around like, why is it wet? Mm-hmm. The mulch and all of that kind of stuff was still wet and I'm thinking like, wait, maybe somebody came out here. You know how the little gangster lean, they probably done poured some liquor or something. Because I could see the brown stains on his headstone.
Yeah.
But I sit down. I always sit down. And I sat in the pee. It was all over my hands.
Wow.
It was so strong. It was so stank. So that happened Saturday. That happened the week before, which was I didn't tell nobody.
They want a harsh punishment to whoever is responsible for this. Now, they've been out here all day scratching their heads and wondering why this happened. Now, out of respect, we're staying closer to the road, but looking right over my shoulder closely, you can see that both brothers' tombstones were next to each other. Now, you only see one. The graves belong to 20-year-old Cornelius Dennison, who was shot and killed in 2018, and his 6-year-old brother, Kamari Dennison, who died in 2017 when his bike was hit by an SUV. Apopka Police Department says this weekend a group of people destroyed both graves at Edgewood Greenwood Cemetery. These videos surfaced on social media of the group throwing one of the tombstones at the other before stealing it.
It just makes me feel like I'm reliving what happened to my son on October 23rd. Takes me back to those emotions, the frustration, the hurt.
Tequila Cook says this may not have been the first time vandals visited the gravesite.
I normally sit down, and when I did sit down, it was wet, and I saw brown stains and stuff like that. So it alarmed me that, wait, someone been out here and they urinated on his grave. But I was crying. I was so upset. I was puzzled, like, what is going on? Nobody ain't telling me nothing. Nobody ain't called me and say, okay, we finna have something at the graveyard. His friends, nobody's told me nothing.
Yeah.
So I ain't say nothing. That was the Sunday before. Then Saturday is when I got the call about the grave being shot up.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, okay, I don't know who this is, but they've been already out here. Prior to me going and I found the urine, before that, I would say it was in July I was there, and I could tell somebody came, and I was like, really just feeling like I was confused because I didn't know what to think because it looked vandalized, like all the flowers and stuff was thrown everywhere.
Yeah.
And then not only that, there was a candle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never do it. There was a candle, and it was burned all the way down to the end. It was burned up, and I felt weird just touching it, but it's right there. His headstone right here, and it's right there. And it burned all the way down, and it looked like it had rocks around it, like they had did something. Now that took me too. So all of these
events are transpiring like back to back.
Yes.
Been through it all, but we up. We done been through it all, but we here, man. Been through it all, but we up. We done been through it all, but we here, man.